Hey guys, I'm Amy, and this is Highly Strange Days on the Power Network. Shannon and I are heading straight into the clouds tonight, diving into the weird stuff. Think cloaked UFOs, secret tech, and that strange purple and blue rain falling from the sky. I'm going to roll some credits while we wait for the rest of the strange crowd to join us. Big shout out to our strange replay crew. We see you. And love to the Power Dragonflies for always keeping the vibes high in here. Strap in, it's going to get seriously strange tonight. Guys, welcome to Highly Strange Days. I'm Amy.
And I'm Shannon.
My neighbor Jennifer sits all alone. She dreams of flying up to the moon. And she thinks it's the perfect night for dreaming. And make believing.
I think it's a perfect night to head to the clouds. What do you think, Shannon? Oh, Shannon. Shannon, come out from the clouds and talk to me. You're muted.
Oh, I was lost in chat and I couldn't get out of it, but I'm back. I'm back. That's what I get for saying hi back to someone who said hi to me.
Hey, no worries. Hey, Lisa, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, hey. Tonight we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So hi to everybody out there. Be sure to show us love on whichever platform you're viewing us on. It's just a free way to help us dance out into the algorithm party out there, bring more people back to the party. And yeah, it's really appreciated. Oh, and over on YouTube, we hit 7K. So woo-hoo! Welcome,
That's
everyone.
awesome.
No. That last 10 subscribers, it took us a long time to get to 7, but we're here, baby. We're here.
Woo! That's awesome.
We're actually past it now. I think we're like up to like 7,010 subscribers or something like that.
Ooh, so we have a nice little cushion.
Yeah, 7,018. That's where we're at. So
nice.
We're above. We're never going back to 6,000. Never. No, you know what blew my mind though, and we're gonna get right into this. But you know what blew my mind? I was watching something the other day, and someone was saying, like, if you have 1,000 subscribers, then you have a small like sports bar. If you were a musician, you could have like a small 1,000 people would be like a small like venue, right? And then they went up higher and higher, and they compared it to all the music venues, and like 7,000 people like in one music venue watching us. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
On YouTube. That's just YouTube. We do Facebook and we do Twitch, and so yeah. So
I don't know that I would consider 1,000 a small venue, because as a musician, I've played, like cafes.
Yeah, it's not even an intimate venue, is it? It's not even intimate. It's like pretty like, well, it could be kind of intimate, but like 7,000 wouldn't be an intimate venue. So
no, it would not. That would be that's an arena. Isn't that an arena?
I think so, but I don't know how much goes. I'm very bad with numbers and stuff. So my point is even if you have 200 subscribers, that's big. That's like sold out a bar, like more than a
Yeah.
bar. So
Yeah.
I keep going back to the bars and stuff because I like the small spaces when I go to hear music. So
yeah, I do too. And I'm, you and I are both actresses, and I've done a lot of very small venues here in town where, we have like a square on the floor that's maybe 10 foot by 10 foot, and the people are seated on the floor around that square.
yeah,
Or something, just really small venues, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love small venues.
I do too. How big was the Sock Theater, by the way? How many seats was that?
If I remember correctly, that was a couple hundred.
Yeah. So I remember being up on stage and being in front of 200 people and being very scared. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So anyway, welcome to everybody, and thank you for being here. Just know that I recognize that and I appreciate you. We appreciate you and recognize you, and we love you. So
Yes, every last one of you.
so what do you think about the UFOs hiding in the clouds?
I don't know about that. I mean, I did see some really interesting videos and pictures when I was doing some research. But maybe I'm gonna say maybe.
It doesn't appeal to me. Like, even like if it's true, I do not like being watched. I am not somebody who likes being watched at all. I was watching this prison podcast that I like to watch. I think it's called On the Rec Yard, and they were talking about how it's two women who were in Texas prisons, and they were talking about how they were on surveillance like 24/7. And so it really didn't really bother one of them that like the whole world we're basically being watched by cameras anyway now. And one of them it didn't bother, and the other one it did. And I just wonder if it had anything to do with being in prison and being watched all the time. Does it bother you that you're being filmed everywhere you go now, like on everything?
Well, it didn't up until tonight, Amy.
Oh my God. I was just did an article I was watching, or it was it was a TikTok or something, and there was this guy saying, don't do Airbnbs because all of them are now shady people are putting cameras everywhere. And he showed you how to go, and even in hotel rooms, how to go around to check to see if there's cameras. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Good Lord. Good Lord. And that's why I never leave my house.
Yeah. And there it is. But does it, well, I mean, does that thought bother you? That even like, what if like even the government has something cloaked now and is hiding in the clouds and is watching us,
Yeah.
They have now where they see exactly where you're at in your house. They have that technology.
Girl, I think about getting things and then ads for it pop up on my phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The phone is listening. The phone is listening for sure. Yeah. And this doesn't help because I'm like a paranoid Scorpio anyway. So this, like when it turns out, when all this like stuff that was conspiracy turns out that it could possibly be like, it's partly true in the ways that I just told you, that we are being filmed everywhere, that, yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, I don't either.
I don't like it.
Maybe I should give them a good show then.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna head it to Reddit. So this was kind of where I started. I don't know, maybe my phone was starting to read my mind or something, because I started seeing like one photo of a UFO in the cloud, and then I started seeing another one, and then started seeing some like real fake looking ones, and then there is a thing out there that we're gonna at the end talk about. I don't want to talk about in the beginning because I don't want to ruin it, but there is a possible explanation for all of this. But and we're here to share the info, and then you guys just decide what you want to decide on it. But I've been seeing more and more of this, and I was like, we've got to start talking about this. So this is a real photograph. This is and this is Reddit, and this is all, for educational entertainment purposes only, our opinions. And we will put everything that we view during the show tonight down in the YouTube show links. So this is a real photograph of a giant UFO hiding in clouds taken in 2010 in Chile. Scientists found that the orb in this image is 200 feet in size. It was taken by a family picnicking in the Andes Mountains in 2010. So,
yeah, I saw that one. That was very intriguing for me. Because I know the clouds do that thing, whatever they're doing there, where they split and it looks like whatever. But that thing, that circle, that red, what I've read said that they, it crystallizes, the wetness, the water crystallizes, and then it reflects like prismatically with the sun. And so I can see where it could do that. But I mean, there's like those intermittent little dots around it. Those
right
are what.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those.
I mean, it would have to be the clouds placed just exactly perfectly. And I mean, I guess coincidences like that happen.
I don't know. There's enough little dots there that are, pretty much the same spacing. It just seems to me like that could be possible.
Well, let's take a look at some more. We're going to watch some videos. We've got some things that we're going to read. We're going to head over to TikTok, X. Like I said, everything that we view and watch. We don't often watch or read everything in its entirety, but we will put everything over in the YouTube show notes. What does the chat thing? Do you believe in this? Do you think that these are, I think, well, this is what I think. I think it's a little mixture of both. I think some of it can be explained scientifically and some of it can't. That's my opinion. But what do you guys think over in chat? Let's see what you guys are saying. Now that I probably scared the pants off of everybody, I'm sorry.
They're not going to say anything now because they're being watched.
I know. We checked an Airbnb one time on a social media trip. Just, maybe there's TikToks out there that can show you how to check in your hotel rooms to see if, there's stuff in the mirrors and in the, little mirror. There's little cameras now that you can put everywhere. And yeah. Hi, Kelly.
Oh, hi, Kelly. Yay.
But you don't have a dragonfly. Really?
Well, that could be rectified.
Yeah. I don't see you heading over. Sometimes it doesn't work. Are you sure? Did you get something saying that it went through and that you are indeed one? Because sometimes YouTube is kind of wonky with the credit cards. Hi, Crimezilla. Interesting for sure. Hey, Jen. I saw one 30 years ago. Was it hiding in the clouds or did you just see a UFO? My husband and I saw a UFO right above the trees on our property. I saw something weird in the sky the other day that I've never seen before. It like moved in the weirdest way. I think I asked you about it. Like, can can a plane move like that? And you're like, no, I don't think so. There's weird stuff going on in the skies.
Maybe droids can, though.
Maybe. And,
Not
droids,
droids,
I didn't
not
realize
droids.
are as big as they are. I didn't
I'm
know
sorry,
that.
we've been watching a lot of Andor here. I didn't mean droids. I meant drones.
Oh, yeah, droid. And I just went with it. I knew what you meant,
Yeah.
too. I didn't realize that drones were as big as they could be, as big as they were. Like, I saw one on a show once, and they're huge. Some of them are huge. So
Yeah,
they're like the size of a small plane. So, yeah.
right.
It was obvious a torpedo shaped and so shiny that the blue sky and clouds reflected on it with no distortion. Well, did they fill our
Ooh.
skies with all those drones to make us question it? Like, oh no, it's just drones. Like, there's so many UFOs now in our world that it's just drones. It was really interesting. Somebody said to me something about aliens. They didn't believe in aliens, and that just stuck in me. Like, how can you how can you believe in like higher power or paranormal stuff, but like the alien stuff is like you don't believe that? And then I thought, how can you believe that we're the only species out there? That's impressive to me that you could believe that, because if I could believe that, I would my mind would be put at ease. I feel like it wouldn't be racing so much. Like if I could believe the mainstream narrative, I think I would be a much more relaxed person.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. It'd be nice. It'd be a relief.
Yeah, it'd be
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is some clouds UFO spotted.
Friends on a boat see some very strange patterns in the sky. To me, it almost appears as if something came down or went up through the clouds at a rapid speed, causing the disruption.
Bro, look at these clouds. What is going on? What is that?
Have you ever seen anything like this in the sky before? What do you think caused these circular shapes? Let me know down below in the comments. This next video shows a large cloud after an explosion, and then a bright object appears coming out of the smoke. Do you think this was another one of Elon Musk's SpaceX rockets, or something different?
Yes.
Something exploded and now this is in the sky. What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
As advanced
Does it not seem like reasonable that if there's an explosion, something is going to come from it?
Yeah, you think, yeah. Unless they think that it gets all disintegrated in the explosion.
Yeah.
as technology has become, I don't even think that Elon Musk would be able to build this. A woman records a strange cloud in the sky from her car that appears to reveal a gigantic dark ring hiding within it.
What is that? Is that a cloud? Can you see this? What is that?
This reminds me a bit of the movie Nope, how the aliens would hide in stationary clouds above the mountains.
OJ! It's in a cloud!
But seeing this caught on camera makes me wonder, has anyone else out there captured this strange object on video? If you've seen something like this before, leave it down below in the comments.
Have any of you all seen any clouds like this before? Have you, Shannon?
No, not at all.
I saw one video. I couldn't find it. I saved it somewhere and I don't know where. But like the cloud was literally following her.
Weird.
Yeah.
This next video shows an oddly shaped object just hovering over some houses in a neighborhood in broad daylight.
What the?
If alien cover-ups used to be a thing in the past, given our current society with everyone having video recording devices in their pockets, these events could be expected to be captured much more frequently in the near future. But what are they and where do they come from? This is clear.
What do you think that is? Could that be a possible drone?
It looks, well, maybe. I mean, God, it looks creepy as hell.
It's standing straight up. That's the weird thing about it. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
and
it
it has
doesn't. It could be
that star, the star laying horizontally, and then up and down, you got whatever that is going through the center of the star. That's just creepy.
Yeah, Kelly says that's not a drone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, swamp gas. I like that's what I feel like the drones are now. Swamp gas,
Weather bubble, weather balloons.
weather balloon.
That's not swamp gas. I don't know what the heck that is.
Really unlike any drone that I have ever seen.
It looks like a medieval torture
Lightning
device.
storms in most
It does. It looks like something like I don't know.
cases are just considered natural events. However, how do you explain this? A lightning storm in the distance being completely blocked out by an enormous black object in the sky. Or this one, another oddly shaped cloud just hovering like a ship in the night sky.
Oh.
Now there
If you're
is
enjoying
an
today's video, make sure that you hit that
for those shaped clouds, but I don't know. Do they hover
The
like
Facebook user Shy Unique Legacy was
And
live
those are
streaming on his
really
page
hard.
Yeah.
when he swore he saw something strange outside of his house. And when he looked outside of his house, he saw this.
I'm gonna open my back door and show y'all that the picture came from in the back of my yard. This is the exact spot that I just saw.
Keep in mind, this entire video was live streamed, no post edits. Something moving past his line of sight extremely quickly. But if we slow down the footage and look closely, it almost appears to be some sort of humanoid.
Yeah.
Was this an actual alien?
What did it have to do?
Whatever it was, I think it's safe to say that this was not human. In this next clip, a couple is walking through the woods filming.
Say that's not human? It could have passed for a human.
I think a lot of the creatures that are being like the rake and the weird creatures that are happening are like government experiments gone wrong, because they were doing a lot of stuff during World War II, especially they were. So I think a lot of stuff is out there and it's maturing and this stuff is not good. But getting back, that's just, I'm a woo-woo conspiracy girl who thinks too much. So over here on the History Channel, they have the proof is out there, alien clouds or government weather manipulation. That's another thing that people seem to think, that it is more of a government manipulation in the clouds, because there is purple and blue rain that's happening is it in Texas and a few other states. So do you agree that the government created some unsavory things? Yeah. I do. I think the government is doing stuff to our clouds and like manipulating our weather too.
I agree. They're probably trying to learn how to control the weather.
Yeah.
Sharks, maybe even strange faces. But our next sighting involves a cloud shape so bizarre, the video footage set social media ablaze. Take a look. July 15th, 2022. It's a clear summer afternoon as Nisha Higgins is traveling down the highway in Tempe, Arizona. But as she drives past the airport, she catches something floating in the distance from the corner of her eye. So she pulls out her phone and captures this.
Y'all see that? What is it?
Let's zoom in. A mysterious-looking dark, oblong object appears to be stationary in front of the clouds. Honestly, it looks a little like that 1957 Holloman Air Force Base UFO. Author Jason Martell agrees that something here doesn't seem right.
We can see other clouds in the vicinity that are much more fluffy in nature. This one seems almost out of place. The object raises enough of a concern to wonder what exactly it could be, but it just in general looks very UFO-like.
A UFO in the shape of a cloud? It may be a possibility. Social media sites are littered with UFO cloud sightings. In California, Mount Shasta is frequently blanketed by strange oblong clouds, which has prompted some speculation that these clouds act as a UFO cloaking device, hiding alien visitation in plain sight. But others argue these strange shapes are proof of government weather manipulation.
The phenomenon of cloud seeding is basically using certain chemicals that increase condensation inside the cloud, that way also increasing precipitation. This combination of chemicals has been known to cause rain clouds to form. We know that no less than 8 states across the U.S., Arizona being one of them, actually use cloud seeding to mitigate drought.
Hidden aliens, government weather manipulation,
I think Florida, I just heard recently that Florida is trying to make that illegal. And
Good.
Yeah, I think some states have, but don't quote me on that. I think.
Something else, UFO clouds are having a moment. For millennia, oracles looked to the heavens and judged the significance of strange shapes in the sky. But in this modern space age, some are asking, could many of these strange shapes have been UFOs all along? Let's see if our experts can figure out if this cloud could be more than a cloud. First, could there be a spacecraft hiding in that cloud? We asked video analyst Mark D'Antonio.
The ATC, or air traffic control, has pretty sophisticated radars. And right now, there's virtually no objects that can go undetected by airport radars.
A check of FAA records shows no near misses in the area that day, nor were there any nearby rocket launches. And while some argue UFOs might well have radar cloaking technology, D'Antonio points out the FAA isn't the only one monitoring the skies above Tempe. So if it's not a secret alien ship, is it a government weather manipulation program?
Is this a cloud seeding project? The problem with that, for me, is that this is an extremely small localized cloud. But the cloud seeding operation is a vast operation. You're not going to cloud seed right in this one little spot. I don't see any way in which this could be weather manipulation, actually.
Okay, so if it's not artificial weather, could it be natural? According to meteorologist Juan Hernandez, the clue in the video is the surrounding Arizona terrain.
If we take a closer look down towards the ground, we notice that there is some terrain. So this is the Tempe area, which is surrounded by mountains on the north side and the eastern side.
These mountains, or specifically the cold gusts of wind that run up into them, collide with the moist atmosphere, creating lenticular clouds that could look a little or a lot like hovering flying saucers.
The wind cannot flow through the mountain. It must either flow around the mountain or on top of the mountain.
That upcurrent creates a standing wave of cold air, which then collides with moisture and forms this unique saucer-shaped cloud. But why does it appear to stay stationary, like an ominous hovering spacecraft?
Although the wind is quickly moving, lenticular clouds oftentimes look stationary because that's the right condition for the atmosphere to condensate.
After all, the perfect lenticular cloud conditions are created by unmoving terrain. So these clouds tend to form and dissipate in those perfect stationary spots.
And they oftentimes look fairly ominous. So I can see why someone would mistake this for a UFO.
Our verdict? Lenticular cloud. We agree with Juan Hernandez that this.
So it's a lenticular cloud that you're seeing in the sky, you guys. It is not a UFO. But
I believe that.
There's music. There are other things in the sky that you can't quite explain, like the things that we were showing you in the very beginning. So I think it's a little mixture of science and lenticular cloud, or lenticular clouds and the paranormal. What do you think, Shannon?
Oh yeah, I don't believe it's all or nothing, definitely. I believe that a lot of it can be accounted for with science. But I do believe that there is the possibility of like for example, that first picture that you showed with the red thing with all the little dots. Yeah, I believe that could be extraterrestrial. Absolutely.
Well, let's take a look at a few more things, UFOs possible things in the sky, and then we'll move on to the rain. And I also wanted to take a look at that interesting stuff that you sent about it looking like people walking in the clouds.
Oh yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
Bro, it looks like plasma.
What the chat saying about the lenticular clouds. I would get pics sent to us at Weather Channel of stuff like this, but not like the first picture. Would you get the lenticular cloud pictures? Mine was free of clouds, no clouds near it. The way it went straight up so fast, it had to be watching us because it went when we waved.
Ha!
Yeah, isn't that interesting how some people say it moves when, you know,
When it
they
gets
move?
acknowledged.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they saw us.
I know. It's like the three men that walk in unison. That's when you lose your time, is when they notice that you're watching them.
Right.
And yeah. The UFO my husband and I saw, other people saw it also in various parts of the rural area we live in. It was just swamp gas, Kelly. Weather balloons. Drones. Not to be confused with druids or whatever we said.
Droid.
Droids.
This is not the droid you are looking for.
Druids too. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so let's watch a few more.
Like the fields I'm talking about. That's mad. Oh, bro. They're over my house.
Is there a scientific explanation for lights moving in the sky like that? Like, I know there's like the northern lights, but is there like just a scientific explanation for this?
I wasn't aware that we were seeing something crazy unless it was very brief and I missed it when I looked away from the screen. It just looked like normal night sky to me.
It's not the street lamps.
It was those lights, those blue lights.
Bro, it looks like plasma. Like the fields
that
I'm
could be
talking
anything.
about. That's mad.
Cloud or something behind that. It's changing colors and it's going in and out of colors. Like just a little bit ago it was green. Like it's changing.
What the fuck is it, dude?
Bro, I honestly don't fucking know though.
It's literally 1:58 in the fucking morning.
And this shit's just going on. Like it's quiet as fuck as you can hear. Like the only music you can hear is when I speak right here. There you go. It's off.
What happens?
Dude.
What happens to me when I start saying the F word? I start saying it every other word like that. It's like contagious.
Yeah.
Bro.
What the fuck is it?
I don't know.
Yung may ano, sila yung mama ko sino maghuhugas sa pinggan niya yung gabi.
Yan, Annabel.
Hoy.
Paano nanggagaling siya sa baba, no?
Hindi, paano siya manggagaling sa baba? Eh, dapat may ilaw siya ron. Sige.
Galing, ay picture na lang kayo.
Di ba dapat pa ganon? Sige, shipin mo. Dapat yung ibang
So do you think that's something with the lights and the clouds like that?
I honestly think that anything could be causing that.
That's crazy, bro. Crazy. Never seen anything like this. What is that? We don't know what it is.
I saw it on the highway. I was going to take a picture.
Video channel here and some strange glowing. very strange red glowing.
I would say borealis too, but it can't be a borealis everywhere. Or can there be? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's snow in that video, so they're north enough to have snow.
But
which
in these
means,
other ones, there's no snow.
yeah.
But I know, like, it can sometimes look when the lightning is behind the clouds, it can look pretty interesting.
Hmm. You know, I saw the Northern Lights in Michigan in October. I was on my way up through the thumb to the tip of the thumb, and we saw it. It was kind of it was chilly. It was like sweater weather in October, but we didn't have snow. So I guess it depends on how cold it is and the wetness
I don't
in the
even
air.
think it's that cold because I remember seeing them. I was a camp counselor at a Girl Scout camp for 2 summers, and I remember seeing them one summer in Michigan. They were out.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was like I'd never thought that I was ever going to be able to see them in Michigan. It was weird too. I remember experiencing 2 earthquakes in Michigan too. But yeah, I remember seeing so I don't know. I mean, it could very well just be that.
Yeah, could be.
And they come in every color imaginable. I mean, like purples, greens, blues, reds, orange, you name it. There's been a video somewhere on the web of a strange light coming from inside or from behind clouds at night. So
that is the weird thing, is that it feels like it's like in the clouds, like from behind the clouds, not quite.
Like the clouds are blocking it?
Yeah. Have you seen those videos of like animals looking like they're in a simulation and they're not fully formed? Like they're kind of see-through. Like they haven't, or a person disappears into a wall, like is like a solid ass person, you know, it's not just some paranormal thing, you know, they just like
a glitch.
Yeah, they're like the glitch in the Matrix type pictures where they haven't fully formed or they glitch out. Have you seen those things? Those type of pictures? What do you think about those? Could it be something like that? I'm just thinking.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, we would love to. Did you get UFO pictures? You got pictures of you know, Kelly, I was truly joking about the swamp gas and stuff. That's my dry humor because Shannon and I covered this UFO story back in the day in Hillsdale, Michigan. And they, you know, all these people saw these UFO things, and the official thing was it was swamp gas or weather balloons. And we discovered that that's like the official thing back in the day. It was all swamp gas or weather balloons.
Yeah, so that's kind of a joke between us.
Yeah. I guess I thought everybody knew that. Like I thought everybody thought the same thing. So I forget that my sarcasm is sometimes missed. But I would love to see your pictures. I'm very sarcastic.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's move on to looking at well, let's look at the human-like figures in the cloud. How about that?
Yeah.
So, sent this creepy video, and you also sent an article that we're going to take a look at. So, let's look at the video, and then we'll read the article. Okay.
Okay.
The following footage was captured by a passenger on a commercial airline. They were glancing outside when they noticed something weird. What appeared to be beings standing on top of the clouds. and it's more than one. But what is it? It couldn't possibly be humans out there. What did they capture? Take a look at this.
It already messes with my spatial, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Because these are clouds.
Mm-hmm.
It actually makes me really nervous to look at that because I'm afraid of heights. Like we used to have this wall that we used to play on. It separated our neighborhood. Or there was this apartment complex, and they had this huge wall around it. And we'd play, and I fell off of it. And ever since then, I'm like really afraid of heights. Like, it just watching it, my hands are sweating, and my feet were starting to sweat.
Jesus.
I know. I can't. I really, like, I have a real hard time driving over bridges. Like, I can almost not do it. Like, pretty much I'd rather not do it. I'd rather do a lot of different. I'd rather go to the dentist than drive over a bridge. I just would really rather not. So.
Now, I read comments that people believe that this, instead of this being clouds, they were just over a snowy tundra.
Over a snowy tundra in the
like, yeah, that those aren't clouds.
In the chat, I don't see that.
No. It was comment.
Here. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On the video.
How do I get to the? I'm not being over on X.
The following footage.
To the comments. Is it just down? This.
It's liking it.
Was captured by.
Okay. Well, we do have this article that. Did this article say?
Oh, good.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I've got to turn the ad blocker off. While we're doing this, let's just take a quick break and make sure that you are clicking that like button and make sure that you're subscribed and all that good stuff. Pause. There we go. Are you up to, how long is this?
I can read it.
You up to reading? Okay.
Sure.
Cool. Let me
Sure.
go to the top.
Human-like figures in clouds spark speculation about existence of aliens. Watch viral video, which we did. So, a video has gone viral on social media where a passenger on a commercial airline shows what looks like two human beings standing on cloud cover. The camera then pans to several other such figures in the sky.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, we just got to scroll up. The video has received about 5 million views and has sparked speculation about the existence of alien life. It has been uploaded by Myra Moore, a content creator who identifies as a paranormal expert. A passenger on a commercial airline captures what appears to be multiple beings standing on cloud cover. What is going on, Myra Moore, a content creator who identifies as a paranormal expert, asked while sharing the video on X. Moore added several hashtags like #aliens and #paranormal to her post. Passenger. Okay, that's the video. Many conspiracy theorists took it as proof of alien life. Others raised doubts about the authenticity of the video or tried to provide more rational explanations. Anyone that captures footage is always swaying the lens. No one stays on the objects long enough to make out real theories. So to me, it's all fake clickbait, wrote one X user. I believe some of those shots might just be of men standing on snow, another said. That's what I saw. Several people asked why the plane appeared to be stationary in the air. I don't believe it. If a normal human was recording this, we would be zoomed in, staring straight at the things until the plane was out of sight, an ex-user wrote in the comment section. Some people also gave a more rational explanation for this strange sight, calling it a natural phenomenon. It's a fog layer, and you are seeing steam rising from exhaust stacks, an ex-user explained. This one backed his explanation, saying, I got an answer from a highly experienced pilot, probably smokestacks or cooling towers below the cloud layer. Looks like a very low fog layer, and this isn't the tower itself, but the actual steam coming out of them rising above the fog.
So those are the possible explanations, and they're probably the explanations for what's going on, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say so. I just don't understand how they would consider it the steam from smokestacks, because they're clustered. There's like 2 or 3,
Your
4, like, huh?
Your mic, Shannon, your mic. Your mic is cutting in and out.
Okay.
Your mic is cutting in and out.
Is it still cutting in and out?
Did you move or?
I moved it closer to my mouth.
Did something? Are you moving or?
I moved it closer to my mouth.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, thank you. No.
I was. I don't every other word, so I was like.
Yeah. I just don't think that the smokestacks would be clustered that close together, because they're clusters of 2, 3, and 4. And it just seems unlikely.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Okay, so let's wind up the night and let's talk about this weird rain that's happening. The blue rain in Texas. That's what first got my attention. Seeing a bunch of stuff on social media about blue rain falling in Texas. People also claiming it is toxic, made them feel sick, potentially kills plant life. Is this real? It looked pretty legit with multiple sources. However, not a single thing in mainstream news found. Can someone please verify, confirm this? So is what we're talking about. Oops.
Blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that. This crazy. Are they chemtrailing us in Texas?
Wow.
So let me turn this down because I don't want to get copywritten for that.
Right.
But, so she put some velvet in there and it's purple.
Wow.
And here is another one.
Rain is coming down and it's blue. It's not just in one place, it's in multiple places. It's on this person's top. And our videos. And there's purple. I'm not prints. Multiple videos of this online. This creator put a washcloth in it and look at the color of this rain. That was on this person's TikTok. There's also another creator who's taken a sample of this blue rain and they've ran it through to see what amount of chemicals are in it. And you guys
Oh.
Wow. This is so interesting to me, this new trend of people whispering. ASMR true crime is very interesting to me. Somebody was reporting from the Diddy case, whispering, and until just this moment, I thought they were whispering because they were at the Diddy trial, but now I think it's a new trend. But anyway, nitrate, hardness, free chlorine, total chlorine, bosmine, MPS, copper, iron, lead, nickel, sulfate, that chloric acid?
Cyanuric? I don't know.
And I don't carbonate alkalinity. Oh my goodness.
It's fucking nuts. And if you go to that guy's TikTok, there's people that are in the comment section, and they said that they took the test results and they ran them into their chat GPT, and it says that there are toxic amounts of lead in this water, and that anybody who's been exposed to it should probably go to the doctors. It's also in Poland too. What the fuck?
Well,
so yeah, what the F? You sent this article, this hashtag that RFK Jr. says that the U.S. government is spraying the sky with jet fuel chemicals. Could it be jet fuel falling from the sky?
Well, I mean, he's very quick to point out that it's not any of his departments. But yes, he is saying that it's jet fuel. I don't know. I usually don't believe anything he has to say. But
I know, but here's the thing. I think that our government is letting like bits and pieces out to us to see how we're going to react. Like how we react to this. So they're kind of like testing the waters. So you have to kind of weigh like what they're putting out. And then when they put when something big happens, and what they put out during that time matters, you know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Distracting us with. So
So
he's basically saying that it's jet fuel.
Yeah.
We can't play Dr. Phil, so but we can read the article.
Yeah, I can read it if you want me to.
Sure.
During a town hall hosted by TV personality Phil McGraw, known as Dr. Phil, U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that one of the Defense Department's research and development arms might be spraying Americans with harmful chemicals. During a town hall, okay, I read that. An audience member who identified herself as Emily prompted Kennedy's comments. My biggest concern is the stratospheric aerosol injections that are continuously peppered on us every day, she said. Bromium, aluminum, strontium. I don't know if that's it, but it's sprayed in our skies all day long. When McGraw asked Emily if she had a specific question, she said, yes. How do we stop it? Kennedy responded, that is not happening in my agency. We don't do that. It's done, we think, by DARPA, he said, referring to the Defense Department's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. And a lot of it now is coming out of the jet fuel. You know, those materials are put in jet fuel. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. Okay. Kennedy's statement builds on years of chemtrail conspiracy theories, which allege that the U.S. government is spraying toxic chemicals from airplanes. PolitiFact has repeatedly reported that chemtrails aren't real. We examined jet fuel's components to check Kennedy's version of the claim. DARPA did not respond to our request for comment. Although Kennedy's office responded to PolitiFact, it provided no evidence for his statement. Planes aren't spraying jet fuel as part of a Defense Department program when flying. The clouds seen behind airplanes when they fly are called contrails, short for condensation trails. They are primarily ice crystals, not jet fuel. Jet fuel is primarily made of mixtures of hydrogen and carbon compounds with small amounts of impurities. Rarely, planes will dump jet fuel at high altitudes or in remote areas during emergency situations. For example, there were on average roughly 15 fuel dumps per year from fiscal 2015 to 2020 out of about 25.5 million flights per year, the Federal Aviation Administration reported. The town hall questionnaire referenced stratospheric aerosol injections, which refers to the concept of releasing more reflective aerosol particles into the stratosphere that would reflect sunlight in an attempt to cool the planet. Experts on atmospheric science who are familiar with this idea told PolitiFact they weren't aware of any current initiatives peppering the skies with such injections. Scientists have explored models and researched it in labs, but the work isn't being done in the atmosphere, they said. There is no publicly available information supporting the idea that any entity is deliberately releasing materials into the stratosphere at scale, with the exception of the relatively small amounts that come from rocket exhaust, said Chris Fields, a Stanford University interdisciplinary environmental study professor. Experts also said they didn't know of proposals to use materials such as aluminum or strontium that the town hall attendees singled out. Faye McNeil, a Columbia University professor of chemical engineering and earth and environmental sciences, said materials for such injections would have to be abundant, inexpensive, and have minimal environmental and human health impacts. The most commonly discussed materials are sulfate and calcium carbonate, she said, not the chemicals mentioned at the town hall. Does jet fuel contain aluminum and strontium? Kennedy linked the chemicals the town hall attendee mentioned, including aluminum and strontium, to jet fuel. The attendee also mentioned bromium, which is not a chemical element. Barium and bromine are chemical elements. None of those elements are in jet fuel. None of them. Jet fuel consists of hydrocarbons with trace amounts of other additives, said Joshua Hain, director of the Washington State University Byproducts Scientist and Engineering Laboratory. Hain said elements such as aluminum, strontium, bromine, or barium would be unwanted and potentially dangerous contaminants to the fuel system. So if they were present in jet fuel, they would be at a very low concentration, likely undetectable by most analytical methods. The Environmental Protection Agency said in a 2000 fact sheet that it still refers to on its website that aircraft jet fuel is analyzed for strict impurity limits before use. Kennedy said DARPA is spraying the skies with chemicals that are in jet fuel. That builds off the widely debunked chemtrails conspiracy theory, and Kennedy provided no evidence to support the statement. We rate it pants on fire.
So what are the chemtrails that we see? They're basically saying that we don't see what we see?
They're saying that the chemtrails are just contrails, condensation trails. You don't believe that?
I don't know what I believe with the chemtrails. I remember back in the day, I remember Beverly talking about them, and I just don't know. I don't not disbelieve it, but I don't necessarily believe it either. It's like one of those where I just don't know. What do you guys think about chemtrails? That's like another topic, right? A whole other topic.
Probably, yeah. I knew nothing about chemtrails until I was dating that one guy that I met through you, who shall be unnamed.
Okay, we'll do that. We won't.
And he talked about them all the time and how they were poisoning our air and blah blah blah. Yeah. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think they're contrails. I don't think they're anything dangerous.
What do you guys think? Are the UFOs hiding in the clouds? And what is the purple and blue rain? That's like the true mystery, I think, in tonight's episode is like, what is the purple and blue rain?
I don't know about that one. That's weird. Yeah, I wasn't a science person in school, so I have no clue about that.
Me either. It like I just wish we had a scientist on board or something so we could be like, "Hey, scientist."
Right? That would be really cool.
What would be causing the lights behind the clouds like that, scientist?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I have an ex-girlfriend who was a chemistry major. But I don't talk to her, so
I don't think your current boyfriend would like that.
No.
If we pulled the ex-scientist out of your pocket.
Right, exactly. I also dated a nuclear chemist. He probably could have told me, but I have no idea what happened to him.
I don't think I've ever dated anyone smart like that. Maybe I have, and I just never really paid attention. I don't know. Well, that's all I have for tonight, Shannon.
Okay. Well, that was a pretty fun show.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me.
Well, thank you for coming up with that idea and just I love doing these shows with you. Yeah,
I do
we have
too.
great audience. Yeah. It's a lot of fun and we have great audiences and yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect. All right, folks. I'll see you next week, folks. Bye everyone. Bye, Amy.
Bye, Shannon. Okay, guys, I gifted 5 Parawomenradio Dragonfly memberships. Congratulations to Slough Massive, Charlotte Wheeler, Boston Mora, Jen Rains, and Jen Australia or AU. Congratulations. The Dragonfly is our membership program over on the YouTube channel. Here, let me show you something about it if you are interested in becoming a Dragonfly.
If you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly, and that's our membership, and it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you.
And I am putting the link in chat, and I will also put the link in the YouTube show notes. And yeah, we've got a bunch of new members. I'm going to be doing some Dragonfly content for you this week. I'm going to be talking about some crime cases and actually talking a little bit more about me and what I've gone through and what got me into true crime. And just sharing a little bit more of me and who I am with my Dragonflies. So congratulations to the Dragonflies. Welcome to all the new Dragonflies. I hope that you will join me, but regardless, if you are subscribed to the Power Network, I am happy to have you as a subscriber. I am so happy that we hit 7K over on YouTube. Thank you all for your support. It means the world to me. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Kelly. And who else did we see? I saw Kelly in here. I saw Jen. I saw Lisa, Shannon, and all of you guys listening out there. I saw what is that? Persephone. Hi, Persephone. I don't think I've ever seen Persephone come through here, so it's good to see you. A new person, I think. And Crimezilla, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. If nobody's told you this today, And even if they have, I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
I miss my cube, baby, I had you. Miss my cube, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me.
Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight, and it feels fine, feels fine. Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight. Here in the blue, I'm dancing and falling out, hoping for some time with you.